With two of the students.
Have you ever done a jump before?
No, never.
What do you think it'll be like?
Pretty scary. I don't know really, we've only just started, so there seems an awful lot to learn.
How did you first become interested in parachuting?
Well, I'm sure I saw the parachute at the Sports Mart and thought it might be something that's quite exciting that you don't get a chance to do probably outside of university. I'm not sure really, but it just seems something out of the ordinary. We'll give it a go.
How important do you think these initial discussions are?
I think it's really important to know exactly what's going on. The more you know, the easier you feel about it, the more you can enjoy it.
Are you both nervous about your first jump?
We will be when we get there. Yeah, the more you know, the more you realise, well, it's not potentially dangerous or anything, but the more you know about it, the more nervous you get in a way. Well, I think I will anyway. It should be good.
Days later and Saturday dawns chilly and windy, and the trainees arrive at Ipswich Airport to have a final round of instructions and a final run-through before their first jumps later on in the day. In other lectures at the university, amongst other subjects, they learned how to steer the parachute and how to land. But we joined the trainees as they practiced their exit routines and their parachute landing falls in the company of one of the instructors at the airport.
Are you ready? Go! Feet together! Look! Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, then we'll start right from the beginning if you want to. Okay, right up to the 4,000. Okay, so we're in a stable spread position. Are you ready? Go!
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Malfunction. Feet together. Look. Pull. Throw. But don't look at me, because I can't help you. Look at what you're doing. And go!
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Malfunction.
Feet together. Look. Pull. Throw.
Okay, and again, go!
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Malfunction.
Feet together. Look. Pull. Throw.
After a short break, the trainees were then introduced to the plane which they'd be jumping out of.
Before over, you've got a parachute on, haven't you? Yeah? Okay, so just sit on the edge. Then this hand goes there, where it says right hand here. Okay, with your thumb over the edge. This hand goes where it says left hand here, like that. Okay. You then swivel on your bum, so you're facing the front of the aircraft. Okay? You then get your head up high, because when you leave the aircraft, you want your head really up, so the instructor can see your tonsils, so he can see you shouting. Alright? When you push off, on the word go, you push with this hand, okay, really push, and you reach with the other hand and you try and reach the wingtip. And when you push off, if you two could stand out the way a moment, when you push off, you want to jump square into the slipstream, so you're facing that way square, okay? So on the word go, it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy. Simple, isn't it? Okay, but you want to be facing square into the slipstream. Alright? Any questions? Quite easy, isn't it? Sit into the door, right hand there with your thumb over, left hand there. Turn on your bum, look up, push with this hand and reach with that hand, and go. Okay? Shove right over, Guard your reserves, remember, and you're too far up. Come down a bit, you're miles too far. Come on, push further down than that. Come on, keep coming down. Just sit on the feet. Hold the hand. Guard your reserve handles, remember, put your hand over them. No accidents, do we? Guard your reserve. Guard your reserve. Put your hand over your handle. You can still hold that hand. That's better. Okay then, we've taken off. We're at 2,000 feet. Alright, if you're all getting nervous, you're on the running. Cut! In the door! Cut! And
Go! 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Well done. You will then be off, sit down. You're on the running. Cut. In the door. Look up.
Go! 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Well done. I'll then off you, sit over there. There you go. Go round again. You're on the running. Cut! In the door. Go!
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, check canopy.
Well done. Off you, sit there. Okay, any questions? No, you all happy? Great, let's all walk back or waddle back. Okay, don't hold. Just say cut, then in the door. Then you move smartly and quickly into the door, and you'll be ready to go. You don't go until you're told to go. And then get a pat on the shoulder, and someone will shout for you and roll, go! All jumps his then. You then leave the aircraft, straight to stage spread position, counting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. What's the next thing you're going to do? Check your canopy, it's the most important thing. You look up, check your canopy. Okay? Assuming it's a perfect canopy, we'll then grasp our toggles. Okay? Once we've got hold of the toggles, we'll then turn the canopy round and look across the target. See the target, we'll then run until we clear all headlands. We'll get onto the airfield. Okay? Once we're on the airfield, we'll turn into wind and assess our drift. Okay, see where we're going. We're still going backwards. Obviously we can just stay where we are and drift onto the cross. Alright? But if the wind is light, we might be going out the area again and we'll have to use our running and holding sequence to get nearer the cross. Everybody understand that? And at 200 feet, we will simply turn our canopy into wind and hold the landing. Okay? Yeah? Now, you're probably frightened of jumping out of the aircraft, and once you jump out of the aircraft and your parachute work, the only thing you'll be frightened of is the landing. Okay, all you'll be wondering about is it back left, back right, front left, front right, side left, side right, and you'll be lost. Okay, so all you've got to do, just remember, when you're coming down, just turn off the way that you're going across the ground, and your roll will take care of itself. Okay? Talk about PLS. PLS are not really necessary. Okay? Parachute landing falls are not necessary. And you may wonder why we're there outside doing them all, making them all late. But 50% of a safe landing, okay, is taken care of in the air. All you've got to do is just turn into wind. Okay? The whole. Okay, so hold into wind. Okay? If there was only one thing that I could tell you before you done a parachute jump, okay, just one thing I could say about any training whatsoever, all I would say to you is turn into wind for landing. That's all I'd say. If you were just free-fall parachutist, I'd say pull the handbrake. For a static line, all I would say is turn into wind for 50% on a safe landing. 25% also was taken care of in the air. And that is if you get into position. Okay? So 25%, which is position. So you can see then that you've taken care of 95% when you haven't even done a PLF yet. Alright. 5% safe landing in a parachute, landing fall, that's all. Not bad, is it? Okay, then you're all ready to jump. As soon as the weather lets up, you can jump.
As they all kicked their heels and waited for the wind to die down, it was a time for them to reflect back over some of the things that had happened to them over the past few days. liven up the waiting, the instructors got together and made a special exhibition jump to show the trainees just how it should be done.
like.
How'd it go?
Was it okay? Got 4 man together in free fall.
How high did you jump from?
Went up to 10,000 feet.
Yeah,
I never thought we'd get that high with this cloud, but we did.
yeah, we lost track of you.
Yeah, oh well, it must be fairly difficult to see.
Skydive! Squawk, squawk! I'd just like to say that I only do it for the money.
As the instructors walked back to the packing shed to repack the parachutes, we had a word with 2 of the trainees.
The training starts with sort of 3 series of 3-hour sessions, including lectures and a few sort of practical bits. First of all, they just go through the kit and equipment that you have to wear, and then you deal with sort of different aspects like the leaving exit from the aeroplane.
That's all in theory, you don't
Yeah,
do it in
then-
practice till you actually get to the airfield.
Then obviously the landing, and when you get actually on the day, you have to deal with things that you can't deal with in the classroom, like what sort of airfield drill and things, where to go when you've landed and that sort of thing. So the actual training is quite thorough, and so far I haven't really sort of got nervous over the whole thing. It all seems pretty safe. So, but obviously today's a bit of a disappointment. So.
What do you do on the airfield as opposed to what you do in practice, in theory?
Actually on the airfield, well, you try the kit on for a start, which you haven't done before. You just feel the weight of it, it's amazing. Also you clamber into the plane itself, and that's a lot smaller than you think it is. You're packed in like sardines. And then actually in the aeroplane you can practice the exit, as you would do when you're actually up there, which is a bit different from jumping off a wall. You're actually sitting in the airplane and jumping out. We haven't done any PLFs here, which is parachute landing falls or possible leg fractures, as the instructors keep saying. We did all those at UEA, sort of on the grass out the back. And they made us do absolutely hours and hours of keep falling over one way and the next, all very bruised. But apparently that's not terribly necessary now. It's only 5% apparently of the actual descent. So as long as you do everything else right, you don't have to worry about the actual landing, because it'll all go according to plan, so they keep saying. But all this they don't reveal to you until the last lecture, you see, so you have to keep remembering all these things, and then you find out, well, it's so safe you don't have to bother anyway. But,
What do you do in the plane exactly when you went out to train in the plane? What did you have to do?
You have to, obviously there's 4 of you actually jump on one flight, and it's quite a small plane, so you have to get used to getting into the plane, sitting in the right position so there's enough room for everyone. And then you practice what you actually do when you're at 2,000 feet and you come to jump. So you have to practice moving across the plane to the door, getting in the position for the exit, and practice the exit. And then you have to practice if the first person's gone out, what to do if you want the next person to move into that position. So it's basically how to exit from the aeroplane in a safe manner. And because it's surprisingly small in there, there's only just enough room. So that's basically what you do.
What are you supposed to do on the actual exit? What have they told you to do?
well, the instructor tells you every move you make. You mustn't do anything without him letting you know. When you're actually up there, the person, if you're number 1 to jump out, the plane's going along, he shouts, engine's cut, so the speed is a little less. You shuffle into the doorway, turn around, get into the exit position, and then when he sort of touches you on the shoulder and yells go in your ear, you have to push out. Assume what they call a stable spread position, which you probably see on the film. It's arms outstretched, legs outstretched, and you screech out 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, by which time your canopy is opened, hopefully. You then check your canopy and start to enjoy it. That's it. And then worry about where you're going to land.
Will you be able to jump today?
I shouldn't think so. We've been here since really early this morning. It's sort of gone 3 o'clock now and the wind's been too high all day. Clouds have gone a bit, it's nice and sunny, but The wind speed limit is 10 miles. Parachutes have a forward speed of 5 miles an hour. So anything higher than 10 miles an hour is going to be unsafe for first timers. And it's certainly above that. It's about 15 to 20, so I don't think we'll get a jump. Not today anyway. It might ease up this evening. People who can stay till later on might be able to jump.
Hopefully we'll be able to come back next Wednesday and get a few jumps in, because you can actually do more than one in the one day. So hopefully we'll be able to make 2 or 3 jumps next Wednesday. So.
Okay, thanks very much.
And there, unfortunately, we have to leave it as the camera crew had to go back up to Norwich. But the trainees were able to make their first jumps later on in the evening when the wind abated. If you'd like to join the parachute club, then just leave a note in their pigeonhole in the sports centre and they'll get back to you.